my plan had been to watch the first episode of every season of Barney and Friends to see how the show progressed over the years. I made it to season 11 and I can watch no more. The show started to change based on the first episodes around about season 9, and by season 11 it's basically unrecognizable apart from, Barney. And I can't watch any more of it. But I'm not ready to let go of the Barney nostalgia. It takes me straight back to my childhood. So I've decided to go back and watch some earlier episodes. I don't know if I plan to watch every single episode again because I don't know how much of it I can take. But I have just realised there are 66 Barney specials and I'm keen to start watching those. So I might do that, but for now, I'm discussing the second episode of the first season, which aired in 1992. I was about a month old, and this one focuses on family. My family's just right for me. The theme is that there are different kinds of families. Not everybody has a huge family. And one of the children, Kathy, is really feeling this because it starts off with everybody playing with a skipping rope. And I have to say, I love that there were boys playing with a skipping rope. I don't know if it's a cultural thing, but certainly in the UK, when I was growing up, boys would never play with skipping ropes. Absolutely not. Which is a shame because it's great exercise and a lot of fun. And the skipping rhymes are all about different family members, and Kathy doesn't have a very large family. And the episode does a great job of showing that there are different kinds of families of different sizes, and it doesn't matter whether your family is big and small. All that matters is they're your family and they love you. And I think it's a beautiful message and really important too, because a lot of people just have, single parent families with no siblings. For a lot of my life, I'm quite a bit older than my siblings. And I'm a child from a divorced family, so I was just a single child in a single parent household. This episode would have, really spoken to me. And there are some really great songs in this. And I have to say, I don't know if the songs were amended for this episode or if they are versions of these songs, but we have The Family in the Dell, which is sung to the farmer in the dell, and a song that's kind of a hybrid of Tommy Thumb and I Hear Thunder, where they use their fingers to represent different family members to the tune of I Hear Thunder, which again, I don't know if that's an actual song or if it's a version they just made up for the show, but I love the tune. They also sang Bingo, which is one of my childhood favourites, and it was just so infectious watching it. It's definitely, the music in this is definitely really engaging, really motivational, and obviously with some really great messages. There's a beautiful song about sisters and about how the sisters sometimes get along and sometimes don't, which I think is really great because while this is saying it's important to have a family who loves you regardless of the size, it's also important to highlight that families don't always get along all of the time, and that's normal and it's natural, and particularly between siblings, particularly if siblings are of different ages. Kathy also sings a beautiful rendition of Hush Little Baby. Kathy is played by Lauren King, and that song took me straight back to my childhood because my father would always sing it to me at bedtime. So the music in this is really beautiful. There's also a song about grandparents. I think it was called Grandma's Glasses. I'd never heard of it, but it sounds like something that's a real thing where they dress up as grandparents and do a rhyme. And I have to say, Barney and Baby Bop looked pretty awesome in their costumes. It's definitely a very visually engaging and stimulating episode. I think young children would definitely find this to be really appealing, and the messages about family are great as well. So this is, a really quality episode that's really great for early years education. But the music in it as well is pretty uplifting. There's a bit where they're all skipping around Barney, and I just wanted to get up and skip around Barney. I don't care how old I am. It just filled me with this warm fuzziness. I don't remember the episode specifically from my childhood, but it still gave me a lot of beautiful nostalgia, and I'm pleased to be rediscovering these episodes. Definitely the later seasons are just nothing compared to early Barney.